the professors and students. Right? And guys, whose presence today has warm and special occasion. I request everyone to kindly rise as we begin this auspicious gathering with the national anthem, a tribute to the unity and spirit of our nation.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Just to spread and souls with mercy of knowledge, truth, and peace. Ceremony ran this morning. The light of wisdom to guide our journeys. In this spirit, I respectfully invite the students on the dais to proceed with the lighting of the lamp ceremony. The rising flames symbolize our collective dedication of excellence, innovation, and purpose in all that we aspire to. So this is yes.
अन्याय टले शुभ न्याय मिले अन्याय टले ओ सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते कर्तव्य भाव की हो दीक्षा मौलिक अधिकार सुलभ रहे शिक्षा, इसको पाने के लिए सदा हम धर्म मार्ग चलते। जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते, जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते, जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते, जयति जय सत्यमेव जयते।
Sundresh.
As we created for this life and to see it. It's not enjoy. Chirag Thakur, along with my two gathering. It's an commencement of session and welcome to the batch of 2030. And Dr. DBRANLU University, Sonipat. Today marks the first day of an exciting journey of this university, and we are delighted to have you here as part of our academic family. This is what we can activate at the component of mind dedicated to dialogue, resolution, and harmony. Today's gathering is discussed by and thought leaders who serve as a guiding light for all of us here today. On the significant, we are honored to have distinguished guests with us whose spirit adds grace to this occasion. We are delighted and honored to have the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice and Sundresh, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi, President, National Consumer Disputes Resolution Commission, Honorable Mr. Justice Arun, Monga, Judge, Delhi High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Jain, Judge, Rajasthan High Court.
Today, we have the distinct honor of having the gracious presence of a senior leaders whose wisdom, experience, and contributions come to inspire our course to academic and professional development. Before we proceed ahead, I kindly request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly present the shawl to the Chief Guest of the Day, Honorable Mr. Justice N.M. Sundresh, Justice, Supreme Court of India. Now I kindly request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to present the shawl to the special guest of honor for the day, Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi, President, National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. I now request worthy Registrar Sir to kindly present the shawl to the distinguished guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Arun, Judge, Delhi High Court. I again request worthy Registrar Sir to kindly present the shawl to the distinguished guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Jain, Judge, Rajasthan High Court. Thank you everyone for joining us on this remarkable day.
Today marks the commencement of the student induction program, Deeksharambh, derived from words Deeksha, initiation, and Aram, beginning. Deeksharambh signifies the start of a meaningful journey. This program is designed to help students ease into the environment, imbibe the ethos and culture of this institution, build connections with faculty, and embark on a path of self-discovery and purpose. As you step into this transformative chapter, know that the days ahead will be filled with enriching opportunities, challenges that will inspire growth, and moments that will shape your identity. These experiences will not only leave lasting impressions, but will stay with you as cherished memories for a lifetime. Proceeding ahead, I am honored to invite Professor Dr. Devendra Singh, Sir, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Law University, Sonipat, to address this August gathering Finally, join extend a warm welcome to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for his welcome address.
Very good morning. Deeksharambh, I think this is the occasion started by the University Grants Commission with the idea that the fresh students join early and the senior students join later. So therefore, familiarity of the younger batch is more with the institution and with the teachers and the staff before the other things start, which we know as a anti-ragging. National Law University Sonipat follow it in letter and spirit since last 6 years that we call the fresh batch earlier and the other batch later one, and I hope the students are familiar with the staff, with the teachers and with the environment, the ecosystem here we have. On this occasion, I am delighted to welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Sundresh, the Chief Guest of the day, for more than one reason. This is a special occasion for the 120 students. We are making it more special. You are starting the professional journey. You are becoming a major. You are leaving behind your minority status, becoming full persons. Starting the professional journey, and there could not be any other occasion or any other momentous occasion when your journey, the first day is being started with the highest in the profession. Honorable Mr. Justice Sundresh, Judge Supreme Court of India, has very kindly agreed to address our students on this occasion. Sir, I welcome you on behalf of the National Law University that you have given us the time and address our students and guide them throughout the journey they are starting their beginning. Thank you very much, sir. And this is the beginning, sir. In future as well, we will be looking for the guidance because this is the day one, and this image will be the mind of students for future as well. As and when they have some trouble, they have some professional problems, definitely they will look towards the Supreme Court and towards especially you, sir. And we will be running towards you as we are not far away from Delhi and looking your guidance as such. I am also very thankful and welcome Honorable Justice Sahi ji, who is chairman of the National Commission for the this Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. On this occasion, sir is very humble, and when we have invited, sir has shown his promptness that yes, I will be part of this Deeksharambh in your institution and would be there to bless our students. We are really thankful, sir, and welcome here this institution. And I hope this would be a continuity, and in future we will be organizing few events in collaboration with the Consumer Commission and with the Consumer Ministry with your guidance, sir. We have Justice Arun Monga ji, Judge Delhi High Court. His presence is very motivating for the students, and he has also agreed to address our students. Sir, we welcome you here and looking forward for more such visits in the campus as such. I also welcome Ashok ji, Judge Rajasthan High Court, on this occasion. My whole faculty is here, head of the department, Pooja Jaswal, Dean Students Welfare, Director IQAC, Controller of Examination, and Director of Sports and NCC. Director of, I could not see Sanjay, but he is heading the legal and pro bono. The whole team is here to guide the students. I hope every student has joined this university as a first choice or the choice of their parents. I am thankful to their parents for choosing us over 27 universities. Whatever their expectations, the parents' expectation, students' expectation, we'll try to fulfill it. You might have experienced in first 2-3 days that we are full of resources. We have many things in hand to cater you. Not only the buildings, not only the classrooms, not only the faculty, we have the environment which caters you. I know when you go to the new place, you have problems. But problems are there, that is why you are joining the profession. We have to decide to ourselves that we have to be part of the solving of the problems. There are problems, there are teething problems in the campus, but definitely, with your cooperation, with your patience, and with your suggestions, all problems will go away and you will be able to chase your dreams for what you have come. I hope you will remember the last words which has been said to you by your parents, that why they are sending you to a residential institute, National Law University, Sonipat. You have to be able to fulfill the dreams of your parents and even dream bigger, because we have this kind of bias in every week. We promise you this kind of activities would be our regular activities. You can enlarge your dreams, you can make your dreams bigger. With this environment and with this hope, I am here to address your all problems and give you the environment which you have dreamed of. With the type of guidance you will receive right from today, you will be grow higher. You are bound to succeed in your life. That is my expectation from you. And ultimately, after 5 years, you will take the flag of National Law University Sonipat to the higher level. With these words, I once again welcome the guests today, and I hope the words which will be conveyed to you, you will learn and act upon that as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure the experiences shared by sir will offer invaluable lessons in leadership, public service, and the intricacies of the legal practice. We now invite Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Jain, Judge, Rajasthan High Court, whose judicial acumen and integrity have contributed immensely to our legal framework. A very good morning to all of you. Honorable Mr. Justice M.M. Sundresh, Honorable Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi, former Chief Justice and President National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. My brother, Honorable Mr. Justice Arun Monga, formerly Judge of Rajasthan High Court and now Judge of Delhi High Court. Professor Dr. Vipin Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Law University, Sonipat. My brother, Professor Ashutosh, Registrar of the University. Dr. Balvinder Kaur, Associate Professor of Law. All respected faculty members, distinguished guests, and dear students. It is a privilege to join you today at the start of what I hope will be one of the most enriching and transformative journey of your life. Let me begin with heartfelt congratulations for securing admission to a premier institution like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar NLU, Sonipat. It is not merely a reflection of academic performance. It is a testament of your resilience and aspirations. Behind each of you is a story of perseverance of teachers who mentored you and the families who sacrificed silently so that you could succeed. My deep respect and regards to them. We are gathered here at a time when law is no longer confined to courtrooms or textbooks.
It has entered everyday conversations in our homes, daily news reports, social media feeds, and even the protests which we are facing. Each day it becomes clearer that rule of law is not just a concept for the courtroom, but it is a thread that holds together the fabric of our democracy. Today, I want to offer you three reflections, simple but I hope enduring. Firstly, the law is not just a theory. It lives in the real world. Second, the law needs your integrity as much as your intellect. Third, you carry the generation that makes law a force for hope. Firstly, I would like to talk upon first reflection, that is, the law lives in the real world. You are about to encounter a world of statutes, doctrines, commentaries, and judgments. At first, it may seem abstract but intimidating. But remember that law is not merely a body of rules. It is the architecture of our society. It determines not only rights and duties, but also dignity, justice, and accountability. Let me give you a few real illustrations. First, environmental law is not just about Environment Protection Act. It is about communities displaced by mining, about rights of forest dwellers, resisting evictions, about the right of breathe and clean air. Privacy law is not just about data. It is about your freedom to be left alone in an age of surveillance capitalism. Gender law is not just a seminar topic, but it is about the daily fight for equality, dignity, and safety in workplace and homes. When the Supreme Court deliberates on same-sex marriage or on intersection of digital governance and privacy, and or on affirmative action policy, it is not engaging in theory, it is shaping the lives. As Justin Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. once said, I quote, the law of life, the life of the law has not been logic, it has been experience. I unquote. The world is changing faster than ever. AI-generated deepfakes, gig economic contracts, global data flows, climate litigation, etc. Law is not catching up, but it is racing to stay relevant. So when you read a judgment or legal text, don't ask what it says. Rather ask what it does and to whom. Second reflection is the law needs integrity as much as your intellect. Let me now speak about something that law books may not directly teach, which is even a great lawyer embodies, that is character. Justice Krishna Iyer, one of the India's most visionary judge, once said, I quote, the ropes of law must be live with the fabric of morality, unquote. In your career, you will draft contracts, argue cases, advise clients, perhaps even adjudicate disputes. But you will be given power, the power to persuade, to interpret, and to decide. But remember, the law is only as noble as people who practice it. You will face ethical choices. Some will be obvious, others will be subtle. There will be moments when bending with truth could serve a clever argument, but at the cost of your conscience. In those moments, your value will be your guide. In public life today, there is often a deficit of credibility. Don't contribute to that deficit. Be the lawyer whose word matters. Be the colleague who is trusted. Be the citizen who acts with integrity. Start now. Be honest in your classroom. Be fair in your moods. Be ethical in your internship. As Mahatma Gandhi said, I quote, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others, unquote. If your law degree becomes tool to serve, to uplift, to protect, to empower, then you will have truly understood what it means to be a lawyer. Third reflection. You carry the generation that makes law a force for hope. Let me now speak about what it can become. When Dr. B.R. Ambedkar drafted our constitution, he was not merely laying down a legal framework. He was offering India a moral vision of liberty, equality, and justice. He said, I quote, we must make our political democracy a social democracy as well. Political democracy cannot last unless there lies at the base of it in social democracy, unquote. The Indian legal system today needs young minds that are not only sharp, but also socially conscious. You may become a litigator, a judge, a corporate lawyer, a researcher, or a civil servant. The possibilities are endless, but whatever path you choose, ask yourself, am I making the law a little more just, a little more human, a little more inclusive? Many of today's landmark developments are being led by young lawyers, whether it is PIN on climate change, petition for gig workers' rights, or advocacy against online harassment. You have the tools to question outdated norms and challenge injustice. Use them, not for noise, but for change. In the words of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I quote, fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you, unquote. Let the law not be your shield for privilege, but your sword for justice. Let me also speak candidly about your journey here. Law school is exhilarating, but it can also be overwhelming. You will meet people smarter than you. You may stumble in exam or lose a meet. You may feel insecure, and occasionally lost. That's normal. Be normal. In fact, it is essential. Growth comes not from comfort, but from challenge. Lean on your teachers as they are here, not just to teach you, but to mentor you. Learn from your seniors, not only in knowledge, but in resilience. Above all, support each other because your peer will one day be your colleague in courtrooms, commissions, law firms, and public offices. Sharpen your mind, but do not forget your heart. Learn the law, but do not lose sight of people behind it. As Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer once said, I quote, justice is not a cloistered virtue. It must be allowed to suffer the scrutiny and respectful, even though outspoken comments of ordinary men, unquote. So, question, reflect, challenge, but do so with humility. In the next 5 years, you will find your voice. You will learn that law is not just about making clever arguments, but it is about pursuing truth, enabling dignity, and defending the vulnerable. One day, you rise in courtroom or draft your first policy or offer advice to someone in need. Remember that every file represents a human life, a story, a struggle. I leave you with words of Justice H.R. Khanna, the lone dissent during the emergency, who stood for civil liberties when others wavered. I quote, "There comes a time in every man's life when he must choose whether to stand alone for what is right or go along with the multitude of what is wrong." Unquote. May you have strength to stand alone if needed, and always for what is just. I wish you courage in adversity, grace in success, and compassion in all things. Welcome to the great position. Welcome to the study of law. Welcome to your future. Welcome to this Deeksharambh. At the end, I do my gratitude to Vice Chancellor, Professor Devendra Singh, and Registrar, Professor Ashutosh Mishra, for inviting me to this occasion. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your enriching thoughts with all of us here today.
With great honor, I now invite Honorable Mr. Justice Arun Monga, Judge, Delhi High Court, to address this August gathering. His judgments reflect not only legal precision, but a deep understanding of the social fabric of our times.
A very warm good noon or afternoon to Honorable Mr. Justice M.M. Sundresh, sir, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi, retired Chief Justice and now President of National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, my esteemed brother, Honorable Justice Ashok Jain, respected Vice Chancellor, respected Professor Ashutosh Mishra, the worthy Registrar, respected faculty members, all other dignitaries on and off the dais, and most importantly, all the bright young students, the aspirants, dreamy-eyed, all gathered here. Welcome, dear students, to Deeksharambh. How many of you know the meaning of Deeksharambh? It's a Sanskrit word. You can break it in two parts. Deeksha is the dedication, the initiation, the formal introduction to discipline, that is law, involving knowledge and learning. Just not discipline alone. You are supposed to learn all the law here. That's why you all got admission. And the second part, Arambh, is easy. So it's the beginning or the commencement of your Deeksha. So dear students, once again, warm welcome to all of you at Deeksharambh. It is an honor to address such a promising assembly, which is filled with ambition, purpose, and determination. That's why you all taken admission in this esteemed institution. Many of you will become lawyers of repute. Some of you will maybe don the robes of judges. Others will rise in corporate corridors, depending upon your dreams, and perhaps a few amongst you may even lead this nation, maybe join politics, leadership, whatever you may like. The bond between law and leadership has been long established. If you look into the history, you will find many lawyers who led the country, who have been leaders during freedom struggle as well. Speaking of leadership, let me just share an anecdote which involves the legendary lawyer and leader of the country, Mr. Arun Jaitley. I don't know, all of you must be having the average age of 18, 19, perhaps in the last of your teens here. How many of you know or have heard of just Mr. Arun Jaitley? Quite a number. Impressive. So, during his student days, Mr. Jaitley, he dreamt of becoming a chartered accountant. So, At the same time, he immersed himself into the student leadership at young age, a commitment that demanded tremendous time and energy. So he had to balance it both. Soon he realized it was untenable to study for chartered accountancy. So he switched to law, a profession which he later described with a chuckle that it's a profession which is too difficult to fail once you join law. That's how he summed it. Those were the days. Well, things have changed. I'll come to that now. And he would say, unlike CA, which was too difficult to pass, chartered accountancy pass percentage, I don't know how many of you know, is barely minuscule 1% or less than 1%. Unlike law, where perhaps passing out is 100%. No one fails in law. So that's how he used to describe law then. But then that's a decision which he never regretted. He became a fierce advocate, full of eloquence, served in public service. So never be disheartened. Eventually, where will it take you? Just keep the dedication. In fact, there's another anecdote which I must share, with permission of Honorable Justice Sundresh sir, which involves the character of a man. He is the man who is humanity personified. He is currently judge of the Supreme Court, but he began his life in Tamil Nadu. Always clear, wanted to be a lawyer, always born to a senior advocate. His father was a senior advocate there. He pursued his law, enrolled himself, became a lawyer, served for government, then also practiced under other senior colleagues along with his father, then got elevated in 2009 in High Court, Madras. So look at the dedication. He did more than 1 lakh of cases. As a judge, he decided more than 1 lakh cases in the High Court. He has a record in 12 years of High Court judgeship. I don't think so. And then, of course, currently he is Supreme Court judge. Talking of his career progression and the spirit behind, he refused to be above the law or beyond scrutiny at any stage. Regardless, he was a High Court judge or he is currently a Supreme Court judge. So the anecdote is of his courtroom. I may be wrong, pardon me if I'm wrong, but I think it is right. So as lawyers, all of us, we address the judges in High Court and Supreme Court as your lordship, me lord. So one of them in the courtroom said, "You are the God, I have nowhere else to go." And what was his answer? Full of humility. He says, "Don't seek God in us. Seek God in justice." That was his answer. We are just humble servants. Such is the humility you should also try to have it as a character, in your character. He simply said, seek justice. Seek God in justice. We are just humble servants. Don't call us gods. So this is the kind of humility and insistence on integrity, which are the hallmarks of a life in law that each one of you should aspire for. Now, speaking of course, I said it in a lighter vein, that law is easy, but it's not anymore. Today, the journey to these kind of top law school is fiercely competitive. I'm sure you're all feeling very proud having made it after having competed through CLAT and all that. So be proud, but stay humble. Let that early victory become the foundation of sustained effort and ongoing excellence. This is not the end, this is the beginning. Remember Deeksharambh. So don't take it easy now onwards. I'll also share something very personal. I too, just like Mr. Jaitley, aimed for doing something else. But I didn't make it, I confess. I failed in what I was in pursuit for. Then I consoled myself in choosing law because I was said those days getting admission in law was easy, unlike for you now. It's very difficult to get into this kind of institution today. But once I stepped into it, I knew I was on the right path. That decision changed my life, and here I am standing before you as a judge of the High Court. Now, as you also embark on this journey, keep this golden rule in mind, I tell you. This is what I did, this is what all of us have done. Hard work, and more hard work. In law, this is what is a basic tenet which you must have in you. If it's not there in you, better to accept defeat early and go do something else. But in law, three rules: hard work, and more hard work. And don't chase money ever. Legal profession. Just do hard work, focus instead on learning, integrity, dedication. And I tell you, success will follow you. One day money will chase you. You don't have to chase money. These initial years in the profession will test your resolve. All of us have been through that grind. Those initial years can be a little disheartening sometimes because they bring long hours of working. Even today as judges, we keep average 10 to 12 hours a day. And for a lawyer, it can be sometimes a little bit much worse. You have long hours, low returns, and a slow validation of what I've done, right or wrong. But remember, legal practice as it is inherently is a marathon. There are no shortcuts. It's not a sprint. You can't get a gold medal in 100 meters in running 100 meters in race in legal profession. It's a marathon. You'll get the gold medal, but stay in the race. Stay in the race. But it's a marathon which builds character, credibility, and endurance. Just like other professions in medicine and engineering or research sciences, it has its own way of making you a much better citizen. You have already made us proud simply by being here, by competing in CLAT and all. But now is your time to go out, make your institution proud. You have made yourself proud, now make this institution proud where you have come. You are lucky that at this young age, you're getting to interact with us. Such is the esteem of this institution. Keep it proud. And above all, you will automatically make yourself proud when you make the institution proud. Thank you all. And may each of you fulfill your true potential. God bless all of you.
Thank you, sir. Your address was both enlightening and empowering. It is my honor and privilege to introduce to you today a distinguished guest who has made significant contributions to the legal landscape of our country. Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi, President of the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. His judicial wisdom and public service have set exemplary standards in consumer justice and jurisprudence.
Thank you. My former colleague and present Supreme Court Judge, Honorable Justice Sundresh, Honorable Mr. Justice Monga, Honorable Mr. Justice Jain, respected Vice Chancellor, respected Registrar, respected faculties, and the future of India. Thank you for having invited me. But I must thank you, as the other speakers have said. Welcome to this grand profession which encompasses every moment of life. Justice Sundresh authored a very recent judgment pertaining to the consumer dispute. And his first line is that it encompasses from the cradle to the grave. A word of wisdom. The reason is that the moment you are born, and even after you depart into the other world, you will learn that even a right of decent burial is a fundamental right guaranteed under the Constitution. So you have joined to study something which is life itself. I keep on saying that in the academic world that literature depicts life, law regulates life. So you have embraced that part of learning which one is able to achieve after a great penance. And I am reminded of all saints. You must have heard of Shankaracharya. All saints. How do they achieve, and what is that penance? They achieve, of course, Lord Buddha is there, Gandhi is there. It is that ultimate vairagya, that surrender to something. So your approach to embrace law is something like that. And the journey what Justice Jain talked about, or Justice Monga talked about, is a journey of penance. I do not know how many have you been in association with judges or have seen judges in action. Their dedication or commitment, it is 24/7/365 and nothing short of it. So you have embraced once again a profession by choice, and that is why you need to be congratulated for having embraced this profession where the law of seasons, the geographical laws of day and night are not going to govern your commitment. It is when you start thinking about service, ultimate human service, whether it is religion, whether it is human service, whether it is any form of service. You have prepared yourself not to sacrifice something, but to sacrifice yourself to the altar of justice. Satyamev Jayate. It was a beautiful Kul Geet that I heard today. And I could see from the dais that some of the members of the faculty and some of the students were mumbling it. I wish they can sing it loudly every day. Because that will imbibe in you that culture, that what we call sanskar in you, to live up to the expectations with which your parents have sent you here. You can't imagine the unbending rhythm of law that encompasses life. And not to threaten you or intimidate you, while I was preparing to come here and address the incumbents who have chosen this line of profession, I just came across a newspaper clipping of 13th of July 2025 in Times of India. But this is not to make you feel anything scary about. You just read this, what it says. I leave it with the Honorable Vice Chancellor to encourage you with this. It says 5,333 ways to go to jail in India. The study also says, very interestingly, and there is nothing wrong with it, the figures may be slightly higher or lesser, there are 7,305 laws which deal with penalties. Less said the better. Welcome once again to this world of law. And don't get disheartened. We have spent years and we have come here to encourage you, not to discourage you. The reason is such occasions which are organized by institutions, induction programs. Fortunately, I had the opportunity to lead the National Judicial Academy at Bhopal for 2.5 years. Such occasions are organized to connect the past with the present and the future. These days, there are many vibrant sounds of changing historical wrongs. Unless you know history, how will you correct the wrong? When we were law students, legal history was one of the subjects, and the students were least attentive to it. The fact is that you have to be most attentive to it, because that is what teaches you evolution, the evolution and growth of law. There are many other things about the subject, but please remember this: the profession you are about to embrace with this learning, it tells you what the Constitution has been telling us for 75 years, and even before that. Legal philosophy and legal literature. First, no one is above the law. But the most important part is, howsoever high you may reach in life, even beyond Mount Everest, the law will always be above you. So you are going to embrace that profession, and congratulations once again. I keep on repeating this because I find that these days most of the students, after passing out, join the corporate sector, and very few of them embrace that pursuit which is most necessary, and which Justice Monga pointed out, the leadership qualities which are most needed. You will get the opportunity of leadership if you join the bar. And whenever I am invited to such occasions, I only try to impress upon the newcomers that, look here, it is not necessary to emulate everything. You have to define your own journey, and there is no better profession than that of a lawyer, to chart out your own journey, but at the same time, leadership. Just see, the entire Constituent Assembly was full of lawyers, more than 300 of them. So they did not steer their own destiny as a lawyer, they have steered our destiny as a nation, our lives. So you are going to steer the destiny of this nation. And that is why you have chosen one of the most important professions. Which professional is there in the world who does not need a lawyer? Be it an engineer, be it a doctor, be it a banker, be it a teacher. Please excuse my saying so. I was, as a lawyer, successful because of teachers fighting their cases. I had the opportunity to deal with vice chancellors down to the primary school teachers en masse. And in our heydays, we used to draft at least 5 writ petitions a day. So that was the volume of work. And as rightly pointed out by my predecessors, particularly Justice Monga, law is one of those professions where 10 years hard labor, hardly any payment. The next 10 years, equal pay for equal work. And after 20 years, of course, with that hard labor, not without hard labor, you are the leader, clients and money chase you. This is the wonder of this profession. I say this with all humility. What you have to do is learn your subject well, learn the language, learn the diction, learn the courtesies, learn the ethics, and please do not forget to be humble, as Justice Jain and Justice Monga pointed out. Humility and courtesy are the best passage for learning. जिससे भी मिलो खाक ए पांव हो के मिलो, फिर देखो तुम्हें उस बुलंदी से कौन उठा सकता है. So these are the words of a famous poet who said that become the dust at the feet of your master who is training you, and then see who can demolish you from that height. Look at these words, paradoxical words. This is what humility and courtesy brings in, and that is why in this profession, may it please your lordships, may I persuade your lordships to believe this: you are going to perform the world's most difficult task. And what is that? Any answers from the crowd? To persuade the human mind. There is no other difficult task than this. It is very difficult to convince your own family members, your own friends, and this difficult task is being embraced by you. There is a lot to say, but a little bit on divinity, as was pointed out by Justice Monga in honor of Justice Sundresh. You see, when people say, may it please your lordship, we do not become divine. Why? Because once you believe that you are divine, then you are unaccountable. God is accountable to none. Even though there are many films made on dialogues, but the fact of the matter is that into the unknown, nobody knows or has experienced, and they are very lucky who have experienced God. It is something very rare, and that is why we learn that atheists say that this is why travel into the unknown, live into this world. But there is somebody who steers this destiny, and therefore any mortal being cannot be divine. You see, the emphasis on the word Deeksha. What is initiation? What are you being initiated into? You are being initiated into a world of that realm which covers and encompasses every moment of life. How can it be limited? It is an unlimited exploration that you will experience by learning law in these 5 years that you spend here. You really deserve to be congratulated, but before I take back my seat, there is one very important thing which you have to remember now. We talk of morality, we talk of ethics, we talk of legality, we talk of constitutionalism, we talk of logic, the philosophy of law, the jurisprudence of law. But now your generation is talking through Chat GPT. Your generation is talking through the digital world of artificial intelligence. And where do you learn? How do you learn? How do you limit your learning? Please excuse my saying so. The most dangerous instrument is there already in your hand. But it is one of the most intelligent instruments, not only today, but in times to come. Now nothing is secret. Your mobile phones are well preserved by people like Elon Musk, Sundar Pichai, and others who are leading this world. You are into the hands of something monstrous which you cannot imagine. So please be careful in using this. Chat GPT is good, but I must remind you, something was spoken about justice by Justice Jain. This pursuit of justice is through the pursuit of truth. You see, frankly speaking, I was a little behind Justice Sundresh with 75,000 cases to my credit in the High Court. But the experience is, law is good, but justice is better. Please don't forget this sentence, because your profession will tell you what justice is, and justice is nothing else but the experience of satisfaction of giving somebody his due. That is what every man aspires for in this world. I should have my due share. That is the ultimate justice. You will get many opportunities, but remember, luck comes to those who put in hard labor, and then opportunity comes to them. Luck is nothing else short of this. Luck is not a miracle. It is the result of opportunity and hard labor. Please don't miss this opportunity. Please don't be carried away by Chat GPT. Please don't be carried away by anything which may not ultimately help you. And there is a recent study which again I learned from the newspaper about Chat GPT. This study says that the findings of a recent MIT Media Lab study, MIT is Massachusetts Institute of Technology, US, which suggested that while AI tools help us write faster, they may be making our minds slower. This is especially troubling for India. It has the highest usage of ChatGPT globally, most of it by children and young adults who have become passive consumers of knowledge. Now, these are the words being used progressively to warn you that this instrument can also undermine you, undermine your process of thinking, innovation, creativity, and of course, to deliver what you really want. I am saying this because many great people have said it. I have only to quote it. Chanakya said that the greatest power is the power of mind. Alvin Toffler explained it in another way. He said we began with the power of muscle, then it was the power of the mind, and in today's world it is the power of money, economics. How insensitive civilization has become. Please understand this. So this power of the mind should not be in any way diluted by you by using Chat GPT all the time. The long and short of it is that professors like Professor Richard Susskind, Professor Thomas Fuchs, the great German philosopher, all these people, they are warning you against this encroachment on the human mind. So please don't allow it to consume you. Use it, but please don't misuse it. Use it only to the capacity it is needed. The reason is you will become insensitive, you will become uncertain, you might become indecisive. This will lead to destabilization. So please don't leave the basic purpose for which you have come here. You see, books are still my best company. I do not know whether this institution of reading books will revive. or not, but the fact remains that in this digital world and in this journey that you have undertaken to shape your destiny and shape the destiny of the nation, the instrument that you have in your hand will help you, but don't allow it to become your master, rather use it as the best tool. In the end, I will congratulate this institution for having organized this. More particularly, I was a little bit thrilled to read the name of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan on this building where we are having the privilege to address you. Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan was one of those who inspired this nation to celebrate Teachers' Day on 5th September. Please celebrate your journey here with your teachers, and I hope that all your teachers and faculties will shape your destiny and you will be no less talented than any one of us who are sitting on the dais. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for invigorating words. We are honored to hear your thoughts today and we look forward to learning from your experiences and wisdom.
And now, with deep respect, we invite the Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice M.M. Sundresh, Judge of the Supreme Court of India. His stewardship on the bench of the apex court of the country reflects the nobility, depth, and foresight that defines our judiciary. My Chief Justice A.P. Sahi, arguably one of the finest legal brains in the country. My esteemed brother, Justice Ashok Kumar Jain, who spoke very eloquently. My esteemed brother, Arun Monga, who incidentally showed his bias towards me. Dr. Devendra Singh, Professor and Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, National Law University, Sonipat, Dr. Balvinder Kaur, Assistant Professor of Law, Dr. Ashok, members of the faculty, dignitaries of the dais, and as stated in the staff, as stated in my dear students, who are going to be the future senior lawyers and judges of this great country. A very good afternoon to all of you. There's a saying in the Gulf country, if you can't strike within 20 minutes, stop bowling. So I don't intend to bow down. I join my Chief Justice in congratulating all of you. What is there in this profession? What is the exciting about this profession? This is not a profession, but it's a calling. My chief was saying it's a difficult task. Is it? Indeed it is. I am speaking to you. It is a bit difficult for me to make all effort to listen. Some of you might listen, many of you would join, and after I will start speaking, your attention will go somewhere else. That's natural. To make someone to listen to you, then to convince, command, and accept what you are saying is the most difficult part of all the professions.
As it is said, if your eyes are positive, you would love the world. If your tongue is positive, the world would love you. Words are the most powerful weapons in the world, which you are going to master. My distinguished predecessor speakers said about knowledge. Knowledge is a tool which you are going to use henceforth to strengthen, buttress, and then command the listener, be it a judge or anybody else. You see the world in a different way. What's so interesting about this? You have engineers, as they said, you have chartered accounts, doctors, scientists, and what about not? You are different. Why? You are a social engineer, social doctor, social auditor. Because your job is to study the society. Let your mind be free and try to observe everything. Cooperation, conflict are part of the functioning of the universe. Okay, take your house, you have your sibling, you are parents. Every day you will fight with your brother and sister. There is a conflict. And there is also a cooperation. Parents will force it on you, they will fight with you, you will fight with them, you will argue with them. But then, family as a unit keeps you going and makes you what you are today. You need to understand this process. Entering into a wonderful profession. Something has been said about what is going to be in store for you. It's in the realm of speculation. But all that I can say is, as a student of law, all of you are going to be totally different than what we are. Your challenges in this profession will be distinct, something which we have not encountered till now. One of which is my chief has flagged today, is the impact of artificial intelligence. You are entering into this profession now. Try to be different. As Mark Twain said, marshal the facts. Why do you do that? Therefore, you can manipulate them. Manipulate the facts for the betterment of the individual and the society. As I said, I don't want to bore you down, but I will only tell you how the legal mind, any mind should think. All of you are different thinkers. You don't need to read the text like a medical student. You don't need to do puzzle class, resolve the puzzle like an engineer. But you need to understand and to look at it in a different way. That the spark in you will have to come. That's a hallmark of a smart young law student. Let me give you a couple of examples. I asked the Vice Chancellor what is the strength of this class. He said 50-50. 50 of them are girls and 50 of them are boys, you know. So that which is a good thing. What I have seen recently is that girl students exceed boys in the law colleges. which is a very revealing thing. I will start with a question put forth by a professor of law to the girl students. This is a question. He put the question: Goddess Parvati married Lord Shiva, right? She is the wife of Lord Shiva. What would be the reason for the marriage? Why did she agree? It was put to the house, to the girl students. One girl stood up and said, after all these God's Lord Shiva, what more he can. The other girl said, just if she likes him, therefore she accepted it. And everybody was giving a different reason. So a legally trained mind would always think differently. That's one problem with the decision making. A lawyer can think differently, but a judge has to try to be from the point, so decide from the point of view of the justice. Certainty and uniformity should form part of the system. Otherwise, that itself will cause injustice. Okay. So, one girl stood up, there are multiple reasons, sir. He asked, all right, arrange it as you wish. She said, sir, he is the Lord of the world, Lord of the universe. So, marrying him will take her to an exalted position. And among her friends, she could proudly say, see, my husband cannot be compared with any of your better halves. That's from a girl's point of view. My parents would say that we were the best possible son-in-law one could imagine. All right, what else is there? So there are some more reasons are there. Is it all right? Go ahead, please come out. Sir, there is no difficulty with electricity and its usage. Why do you say so? She said, sir, he is wearing moon in his head. So always light will be there. So I did not go worry about the budget. Why I am telling you this, that you have to look at it from a societal point of view. That's fine. What is next? There will not be any water problem. Why? Because Goddess Gandhi is also with him. She is also part of him. So, water problem is not there. Then, sir, there is no difficulty in washing. Why do you so? Because he wears a simple dress. Usually you wash tiger's skin. Therefore, there is no need for different dresses to iron it out, wash it out. This problem will not be there. There's one more issue, sir. What is it? Sir, he doesn't eat. And there's no problem for housing. Because he is not supposed to eat anything. And there is no need for a house. What is the most important reason which if you are there to have chosen him? And she said, for beyond all these things, there's one more reason. What is it that be? What can that be? So there will not be any mother-in-law problem. Now this, what? looking at it differently from a girl's point of view, it again depicts the difficulties which a girl might face from a, let us assume a young lady is getting married from a middle class family. What is that she is going to face? The reason why I am saying is to understand and look at same things differently. Learn to look at the facts differently than distort them. And another student, the professor asked another boy, you answer this question. He's a troublesome boy in the sense that he always creates trouble. In every class, you have different students. Some will be attentive, some will be naughty. That's the beauty of a class. The professor wanted to take him home, so he asked that question. Then he said, sir, what is the question? What is logic? Then my esteemed brother, Mr. Ashok Kumar Jain, was talking about logic and experience. He asked, what is logic? And what is legal? And what is neither logic nor legal? The boy told the professor, sir, if you say this answer, you should not be angry with me, and therefore please excuse me. The professor thought that, being his experienced professor, that he was fixed him. So he wanted to expose his boy. I will not get angry, come on. Sir, with your assurance, and I'll give an answer, but once again I'm telling you, I might even embarrass you. No problem, go ahead. So, he asked a question to the professor. I'm just telling him the right away. So what is your age? He said, I am 15. What's the age of your wife? The professor was very upset but he was assured him that he will not get angry. He said she is 25. Then he said, sir, your marriage to her is legal but not logical. So the man was very upset and angry. Then I asked him what is legal. What is logic and what is not legal? He said, sir, you awarded marks to everybody. He said, yes. And sir, do you know that your wife is having an affair with one of the students? What do you want to say out of this? He was asking. So this is not legal, but it is logic. What about the third question you asked? He said, sir, despite everybody knowing that that student is very poor in his economics, you gave him the highest marks, that is neither legal nor logic. To think. Something has been said about judging. I want to understand and convince a judge. How do you do this? The young lawyer was arguing a simple case of 279, which of course I don't know what's the corresponding provision, where accident took place. So, maximum accident took place due to overspeeding. So, in the examination, the lawyer was asking the witness. He was saying, did you travel? He said yes. Now, were you traveling in a two-wheeler? He said yes. Where are you coming from? He said, I am coming from, where are you going? I am going to my mother-in-law's house. What for? I am going to mother-in-law's house to pick my wife. Then we stopped the argument, had the examination, and we told the judge, Your Honor, this is my examination. Your Honor, kindly acquit him. Especially when the prosecuting agency is not disputing these facts, the foundational facts. Judge is perplexed. How do you say I should acquit him? You are not even able to get any material. The judge is a henpecked husband. The young lawyer studied the judge, got the information. Then he told the judge, Your Honor, would any man go to the house of the mother-in-law to pick his wife back, would drive his vehicle fast? Then judge realized the logic in his argument. He said, you are right. Therefore, ma'am, I am giving the benefit of doubt. Sahi was talking about artificial intelligence. It is going to impact all of you. It has already started to impact in some of the other countries. But this is going to happen in every other field. Having said that, new fields are opening up. I could see that the projection, the flow of cases which we are having now may not be in existence when you come up and start practicing. Conventional cases, both on the civil and criminal sides, might vanish over the years. I'm talking about cases arising out of the code, BNSS, along with the present civil disputes. Litigations are a reflection of the societal function, societal happening. For example, let us say a suit is for partition. You will not get such suits in the near future because today boys and girls are treated on equal footing. It was not the situation earlier. Normal offences pertaining to body, individuals, properties also would reduce substantially because nobody claimed right over the property of others because the title is quite settled by this time. people are moving from villages to cities and towns. So other offences will go down. Having said that, new offences will emerge, which is already emerging. They're like cybercrime, white collar offences. Similarly, as the brothers has said, issue pertaining to environment. What is the effect of environment on private law, public law? Oceanology, space, sports. These are the days of specialization and super specialization where you have a distinct role to play. Your traditional and conventional mind might struggle. The problem which you may not have actually, in fact, it will work to your advantage. Before I wind up, I must say something about the students. Be focused. Future belongs to you in this profession. Gone were the days when even ladies were not even allowed to practice. The first one was, despite she studied in a great university, big university like Oxford. So she was not even allowed to practice. The High Court even went to the extent of rejecting a request made by a male lawyer by interpreting a person which does not include a woman. So the rights started coming from 1923 onwards, but where are we now? Things are completely changing. What I am witnessing now in the colleges would reflect with the High Courts and Supreme Court after a couple of decades to come. It's happening already. At the magisterial level, you would find 60% of the judges' posts are being filled up by women lawyers alone. The nature of litigation is also changing. You will have more personal law related litigations like divorce, custody, maintenance, and so on and so forth. The procedural law pertaining to commercial litigation is also changing. You are addressing the argument based upon documents rather than examining the witnesses. All these new fields would only to a benefit. So once again, my hearty congratulations to all of you. Stay hungry, stay foolish, and keep learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words will surely remain etched in our hearts and minds.
As a token of our ardent gratitude, we now proceed to the presentation of mementos to our respected dignitaries. I kindly request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to present the memento as a token of our gratitude to the Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice Sundresh, Justice Supreme Court of India. Again request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly present the memento to the special guest of honor for the day, Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi, President, National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. I kindly request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly present the memento as a token of our utmost respect to the distinguished guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Arun Monga, Judge, Delhi High Court. I again request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly present the memento as a token of our warm appreciation to the distinguished guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Kumar Jain, Judge, Rajasthan High Court.
As we come to the end of this memorable induction event, it is my privilege to invite the worthy Registrar and the Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Dr. Ashutosh Mishra Sir, to propose a vote of thanks for the event.
Thank you, Chirag. Today is not just a day of induction, but it is a day of transformation. And university has invited one of the most successful personalities in legal system, Honorable Mr. Justice Sundresh, Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi sir, Honorable Mr. Justice Arun Monga, Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Jain sir, and our Vice Chancellor is also legal luminaries. And basically it is for motivation and for your aspiration that in front of you, and you can aspire for all these things. This is the reason why Honorable Vice Chancellor sir and we have tried our best to invite best legal minds in front of you. Thank you to Honorable Mr. Justice Sundresh sir, chief guest of this session. Honorable Mr. Justice Sundresh sir is a judge of the Supreme Court of India, and he is a legal luminary and a jurist in the contemporary legal scenario. Sir is all highly grateful for your precious time. Even Vinodji told, sir has cancelled all his engagement for today, only for us. We should clap by. Even I know, sir, in the year 2019, when I was in University of Delhi, we had organized one international conference on mediation. And basically, we got a representation from Tamil Nadu High Court. Basically, sir was recommended by Supreme Court of India itself. Basically, in the online session, sir was a speaker in the online mediation session. I think sir is recalling. And even I'm telling you, sir is a man of hard working, and I have seen his perseverance effort. Even I'm telling you, even all odds circumstances, there was some technical error. Even we are not able to engage that particular conference in the online system. But sir has spent more than 2 hours, and after then sir came and he was spoken in that particular conference. And sir, we are all very grateful that you came here and you have given a precious time to all of us. And basically, I just want to add one more thing in the sir personality. He is a man of hard-working person and the perseverance also. Sincerely thankful to Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Sahi sir. Sir is a very high caliber person. Basically, he was a judge in Allahabad High Court. After then, he went to Patna High Court as a Chief Justice, then Tamil Nadu High Court. Then he was a director of National Judicial Academy. And sir has enlightened us, all of us, how humility and courteous are best passages for the learning. We should imbibe all these things in our personality. Sir, thank you for your precious time. I am sincerely grateful to Honorable Mr. Justice Arun sir, sir is judge of the Delhi High Court. Even in last year we had invited sir in our conference on artificial intelligence. Sir, thank you again for giving your precious time. And sir has spoken on the leadership. That leadership should not be only for the student, but it should be for every for academic leadership, and we can understand that thing in every personality. Thankful to Honorable Mr. Justice Ashok Jain sir, Judge Rajasthan High Court. Sir has enlightened how the law is architect of our society. And I just want to introduce sir, being a member secretary of National Legal Services Authority, he has played an immense role in the access to justice, and he is a very good speaker. आज तो उन्होंने कुछ देख के बोल रहे थे, लेकिन आप उनको जब देखेंगे बगैर कुछ देखे बोलते हैं बहुत बार. So sir, thank you for precious time, sir. Sincerely thankful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir. In a short span of time, basically being the registrar, मुझे सर के साथ रहने का सबसे ज्यादा मौका मिलता है. मैंने देखा है कि from the very first day, he is so focused. He has started LM first year course, 1 year course, and LM 2 year course, that is in the part time also. And in a very, I think sir has joined, I think it is only 40 days back, and within the 40 days, he has in his dynamic leadership and in his visionary approach, we have started, and Sonipat has started the LM program, and all the seats have filled. That is the most important thing. And one of the most important thing I just want to highlight, कि NLU Sonipat, the syllabus of NLU Sonipat is one of the best for the batch of 2025 to 30, and it is only due to the Sir Honorable Vice Chancellor sir effort. He has given 24/7 in last 30 to 40 days. So thank you for your all the efforts. Thank you to all faculty members, Dr. Pooja, Dr. Balwinder, Dr. Sundar Kulwan, Dr. Madhukar, Dr. Sukhwinder, Dr. Amit Guleria, and to all non-teaching faculty, our dear Dr. Ramfulji, all the assistant staff, PRO, all assistant and clerk. Thankful to all organizing committee members, all PhD students and all students of LB. Thankful to you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful words of appreciation. As we bring this session to a close, I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
Even I just want to tell one thing. अभी अशोक जैन साहब ने मुझे याद दिलाया कि ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस एनएन सुंदरेश सर को मैंने एक प्रोग्राम में और बुलाया था, जो भी इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम था यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ दिल्ली में, और वो आपके नालसा के उसमें जो सर वाज आल्सो द ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी मेंबर. सर थैंक यू, ये सर ने मुझे याद दिलाया, जस्टिस अशोक जैन ने सर.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा. तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे. गाहे तव जय गाथा. जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य जय 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 हे
Request the esteemed dignitaries on the dais and the students to kindly move downstairs in front of the academic block for a group photograph. Thank you.